Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Richie Rich here. Today in this video, this is gonna be a new video actually. Today in this video, I am going to be talking to you guys about a special type of vehicle, which I think is like the best vehicle in the world. So I recently got this info done yesterday. And I did do another couple other cars that I got coming up very soon actually. And also I got another one coming up, which I'm sure you guys have noticed on the community I recently posted. And it's gonna be about the Fast and Furious Honda S2000, driven by Johnny Tran. So this is good. That's gonna be a good one. But that will have to wait at some point. I gotta get through this info first before I get to the next part of the information that I have got for you guys. So yeah. Yeah, I not only done that, but I also done yeah, I got a lot of info on here. So yeah, I got a Fast and Furious car done, and I have also got couple hypercars actually that I'll be talking about, and I even got another info I'm currently doing, but that one will have to wait. So yeah, without any further ado, guys, let's get started. Oh, and before we start, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And speaking of all this, I'm actually doing quite well. I got 131 subscribers, 170. So I got 131 subscribers, 173 videos done, 174 including this one, and I even got 90,036 views. That is pretty good. If we get to like maybe over 100,000 views, it'll make me happy, a happy man. So yeah, without any further ado, guys, let's get started. So yeah, let's do it. So I'm just tired. All right, here we go. So the car I'm gonna be talking to you guys about is the Chevy Tri-5. So this is like the American type 50s truck. So yeah, let's get cracking. Let's get into it. So the Chevy Tri-5. So in automobile parlance, it spells Parlance. Tri-5 refers to the 1955, 1956, and 1957 Chevrolet automobiles, in particular the 150, 210, Bel Air, and Nomad. Not to be confused with the Ariel Nomad. Yeah, not to be confused with the Ariel Nomad, which is like this like kind of off-road truck. It's like a replacement for the Ariel Atom. But that goes on off-road anyway. Revolutionary in their day, they spawned a cult following that exists in clubs, websites, and even entire businesses that exclusively cater to the enthusiasts of the Tri-5 automobiles. All featured a front-engine rear-wheel drive layout. They remain some of the most popular years for collectors and hot rodders. Next, we got background. One of the most influential elements. Sorry. So, one of the most influential elements of the Tri-5. One of the most influential elements of the Tri-5 was the recent development of their newest 265 CID 4,340 cc 4.3 liter V8 engine, which was first offered in 1955. It was an overhead valve, high compression, short stroke design that remained in production in various forms for decades. The base V8 had a two-barrel carburetor and was rated at 121 kilowatts, 164 PS, 162 horsepower, and the Power Pack option featured a 4-barrel carburetor and other upgrades yielding 130 kilowatts, 176 PS, 180 horsepower. Later, a Super Power Pack option added high compression and a further 11 kilowatt, 15 PS, 15 horsepower increase. 1955-1957 were watershed years for Chevrolet, who spent $1 million in 1956 alone for retooling in order to make their less expensive Bel Air models look more like a Cadillac, culminating in 1957 with their most extravagant tail fins and Cadillac-inspired bumper guards. Next up, so that's the background done. Next, we got 1955. 1955 model production. So it was, so as you can see, I'll show you. What I have here is the calculations of how many cars were sold, and I even added them up. They sold like over 1.78 million cars in total, almost 1.8 million if you round that up. So 1955 model production. So they sold 143,013 150s, 831,971 210s, 800,968 Bel Airs. They sold from like 6,103 to 7,886 Nomads. And they sold in total 1,782,055 to 1,000, not 1,000, sorry. So they sold like in total 1,782,055 to 1,000. Oh my god, 1,000. Why do I keep saying this? So 1 million. They sold 1,782,055 to 1,783,838 1955 model Bel Airs. There we go. Finally got it correct. So the engine they have is two versions. They have is a 3.9 liter, 235 cubic inch inline six, and they have also a 4.3 liter, 265 cubic inch V8. In 1955, Americans purchased 7.1 million new automobiles. They purchased 7.1 million new automobiles, including 1.7 million Chevrolets. So if I add that up, it's like 8.8 million. So 1.7 million Chevrolets, add that up is 8.8 million, giving the company fully 44% of the lower price market and surpassing Ford in total unit sales by 250,000. So what's up with the other 66%? I don't know. So sales by 250,000. The Bel Air was an instant hit with consumers with a minimally equipped 150 models starting under $1,600, 1,422 euros, 1,222 quid, and featuring a 6-cylinder engine. The introduction of the new optional 120 kilowatt, 164 PS, 162 horsepower Chevy 265 CID V8, coupled with the Power Glide 2-speed automatic gearbox, quickly earned the model the nickname the Hot One. In the first year of production, the oil filter was considered an option, although not having it led to significantly shorter engine life. 1955 also saw the introduction of the Chevy Nomad Sportswagen, or Estate, introduced mid-year, so it's introduced in like the middle of the year, somewhere between 6,103 and 7,886 cars were produced in 1955, making them more rare. It's available only in the Bel Air. It's available only in the Bel Air trim with the V8 as standard equipped. Priced at $2,571, it was at the higher end of the Chevy pricing scale, but came standard with plush carpeting, two-toned paint, headliner trim, and other features that separated it from the from the most basic 150 series Chevrolets. Next we got 1956. 1956 was basically a carryover model with minor changes to the grille, trim, and other accessories. It meant huge gains for Chevy, who sold 104,849 Bel Air models, due in part to the new V8 engine introduced a year before. But this time, their 265 CID V8 had gained popularity with hot rodders, who found the engine easy to modify for horsepower gains. This wasn't lost on Chevy's engineers, who managed to increase the horsepower in 1956 from 120 kilowatts, 164 PS, 162 horsepower, to 167 kilowatts, 228 PS, and 225 horsepower, with optional add-ons. For 1956, the 265 CID V8 engine was modified to include an integral oil filter with a range of power choices from 120 kilowatts, 164 PS, 162 horsepower. So yeah, 120 kilowatts, 164 PS, 162 horsepower. For the base V8, up to 178 kilowatts, 243 PS, 240 horsepower. For RPO 411 Super Power Pack offered mid-year. So it's offered in the middle of the year. The average two-door Bel Air in 1956 sold for $2,100, which was considered a good value at the time. Prices ranging from $1,665 for the 150 sedan or saloon with a 6-cylinder engine to $2,443 for the V8 equipped convertible with Nomad models running slightly higher. In 1956, Zora Arkus-Duntov, a Belgian-born American engineer whose work on the Chevy Corvette earned him the nickname Father of the Corvette, broke the time record, ascending Pikes Peak in a pre-production 1956 Bel Air equipped with a 265 V8 engine in just 17 minutes and 24.05 seconds, shattering the previous record of 19 minutes 25.70 seconds set 21 years before. Next up is 1957. The last of the Tri-5 Chevys introduced several changes, including large tail fins, twin rocket hood design or bonnet design, even more chrome, tricolor paint, and a choice for no less than 7 different V8 engines. While in 1957 Ford outsold Chevy for the first time in a great while, years later the used 1957 Chevys would sell for hundreds more than their Ford counterparts. As the horsepower race continued, Chevy introduced a new version of their small block with 283 cubic inches of displacement and 182 kilowatts, 245 PS, 245 horsepower. They also introduced a limited number of Rochester, which I don't really know how to pronounce it well, but it's spelled Rochester. Rochester, I think, fuel-injected 283 engines that produced 208 kilowatts, 283 PS, 283 horsepower. That's like 3 horsepower more than an R32, R33, and R34 GTR. But those have all-wheel drive and they handle much better, and they can cope with their power better. The first production engine to achieve 0.746 kilowatts, 1 PS, 1 horsepower per cubic inch. For all intents and purposes, this made the 1957 Bel Air a hot rod right off the production line. It was available with a manual transmission only, so you can't really get that one in an automatic. Even if you want to, they'll only keep it with a manual. I believe it's for the 1957 model. I don't know. The base 265 CID engine. Yeah, the base 265 CID engine saw an increase from 126 kilowatts, 170 PS, 170 horsepower, to 137 kilowatts, 185 PS, 185 horsepower as well. While not as popular as While not as popular as the previous year's offering, Chevrolet still managed to sell 1.5 million cars in 1957. In 1957, they sold 1,500,000 cars. Not 500. Sorry, 1,500,000 cars. Oh my God. Sorry, it's just I've been working on like some other car topics I got coming up very soon, and I got like kind of lost of where I left of what I had to say for that, just because I've been busy doing info on those cars. See, 126 kilowatts, 170 PS, 170 horsepower, 237 kilowatts. 185 PS, 185 horsepower as well. While not as popular as the previous year's offering, Chevrolet still managed to sell 1.5 million cars in 1957. Even now, the 1957 Chevy Bel Air is one of the most sought-after collector cars as ever produced. And last but not least, we got criticism, unfortunately, for this car. Although considered classics, the Tri-5 in recent years have been seen as among the most dangerous cars to drive, especially in comparison to modern cars. In 2009, the IIFHS, which stands for the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, released a crash test video between a 1959 Bel Air, though not a Tri-5 model, and a 2009 Chevy Malibu. I kind of saw that first time and it gave me the chills. In a head-on collision, the Bel Air scored a poor rating in every category and collapsed internally in comparison to the Malibu. In 2017, Car and Driver wrote a piece detailing what would make the Tri-5 unsafe even for its day. And that is it, guys, for this video. For my next video, I'll be talking to you guys about another Fast and Furious car, actually. So I figured, I would do like more Fast and Furious car content, because I haven't done those in a very long time. Not since considering like I've done only 4 of them. Not since I've done the Eclipse, the Supra, the Skyline, and the Evo that Brian O'Connor drives in the first and second movie. So I don't know, but I got the info done, but I'll figure out what other options for the Fast and Furious cars I would pretty much do. So I figured, I would do more Fast and Furious car content, So I figured, I'll do more of those, and also I might if I feel like it's a bit too much, I might move on to some proper more modern high-tech cars. I'll do info on those, and maybe I will do a little bit more Fast and Furious car content in the near future. I don't know, but whatever suits my mind, I'll figure it out, and I might be able to do it at some point. I just don't know when, but I will do it at some point in the near future. So yeah, let's see how much. There's not much info on there anyway. And I got a couple hypercars I'm gonna be talking to you guys about. And so yeah, so that would be it, guys, for today. If you guys like this video, like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads, and comment below what you guys think. And and also for my last video I did I think yesterday, I did put down the website of where you guys want to check out the car of the darts Prombron. So spelled PROMBRON. So if I put down, I believe I put down a link of I put down the website of where you guys could check out the vehicles and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, you guys should check it out. It have a bunch of cool cars out there, and it's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. So yeah, that'll be it, guys. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, hit all so you're alerted when I make new uploads. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, stay safe, have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.